With a yo ho ho, it's Tale of the Toaster. Welcome back to Let's Play Inazuma 11 Go Chrono Stones Thunderflash. In this video we're taking on Protocol Omega 2.0 for the second time in the Republic of Tonghana.
Well, shall we begin? The teachings of the Master will soon be in our hands. Our pretty hands.
And in order to hand over the teachings of the Master, like she suggests, yes, that's definitely what we're going for. We, of course, need those 5 in the lineup, and anyone except for JP on the pitch. I did review the anime episode, and canonically, JP actually plays upfield in this match, rather than playing in goal. So I'm going to reflect that. We'll have Big Z in goal, see if he can pull it off. We've got Coach Sharp as well on the job.
Who's there?
I'm Skye Blue. I'm one of the managers under Coach Evans at Raimon Football Club.
Coach Evans? Don't lie to me, girl. Mark isn't any kind of coach.
You may not believe me, but I'm not from this time. I come from a few years in the future.
Pull the other one, it's called bells on.
In our time, Mark Evans is a famous coach. He helped us to win the national championship.
You won the nationals?
Yes, Coach Evans was always there to encourage us and help us through. He really is the best coach.
That's my grandson. I mean, no, they won't fool me.
I'm not trying to fool you, Mr. Evans. I thought you of all people would understand. You're Coach Evans' granddad. It's like Coach Evans always says, a coach's most important job is to protect the team.
How do you know that?
Everybody at Raimon's trying to do what Coach Evans would have done and protect the team. No, not just the team, but the whole of football. That's what we're protecting. Please, we don't want to lose football or Coach Evans. What's so funny?
Fine. I'll tell you all about the Ultimate 11 in my notebook.
Really?
But I have to tell you, there's no chance you'll ever be able to put a team like that together. It's impossible.
How do you mean?
It's just an old man's dream team. Fantasy football at its finest.
I don't understand.
What is it now?
The match has started.
Match? What match?
Mr. Evans, time for your sponge bath. You're not going to run off again today, are you?
So you found me then. Skye, is it? You're a manager, you say. Well, you better head off to the match.
Okay.
I'll be along later.
Right.
Protecting football, eh?
It's another radical match between Raimon and Protocol Omega 2.0 today, dudes. And man, is Surf most definitely up. Coach Evans is currently indisposed, so his old friend, Royal Academy Commander Jude Sharp, is standing in for him. What a dude! Why does it never occur to anyone that I might be fit for the job? Last time, Raimon totally wiped out at the hands of Protocol Omega 2.0. This time, the teachings of the Master are up for grabs.
Ready or not, here we come.
So get your stylus out because we actually overlevel this team very slightly, 18 versus 16. And we're going to try our very best to reclaim the teachings of the Master. So you've already seen the formation. We're using JP in defence and Big Z up front. I mean, JP's kind of in a midfielding position, really, but these guys are all around about level 16 or above, so there's plenty of stuff to worry about. This formation is really unique as well. I do like it. When are we going to meet you, eh? This is a match that neither side can afford to lose. Here we are at Tonghana pitch, where the sun beats down on bro and foe alike. We're never letting you get your hands on the teachings.
That's what you think.
Ah,
Sloppy.
have it. Lima pass, I'll shoot.
Now do you see how strong we are? Do you regret taking us on yet?
Well, especially now that Mike is full power, there is nothing you can do about his shot here. You've just got to let it go in. Here we go, shoot command 06. What should we do? If we carry on like this, we'll be beaten before we've managed to decode the notebook. They're just too strong for us.
What's the matter with you? There's no need to be so defeatist.
It's the Master.
The Master? Well, that's how you refer to me in the future?
So you believe us now?
Naturally. Let's just say a certain someone won me over. Now, let's get started. I'll be coaching the rest of this match.
You will? The Master? Our coach?
Mr. Evans, did you come to teach us the secrets of the Ultimate 11?
Let's talk about that later. For now, we've got to concentrate on winning this match. The path to victory lies in 3D.
3D?
The path to victory is in 3D. What's he on about?
And that's something for you to think over. No changes to the formation, but Jude Sharp is already finished. And there's Dave Evans in the field as our coach. What an honour. 3D? You mean that we shouldn't just think about the pitch surface, but also the space above it? 3D, let's see. Could one of the D's stand for dribbling? Or maybe the D stands for defense. Peut-être. So we'd need to have 3 people in defense? 3 dimensions. Something that springs out. Something to do with our fighting spirits.
Ah! Heroic Swordsman Lancelot! Armourfy!
Yeah.
Trying to armor yourself with your fighting spirit, eh? That's a new one.
We have to find the answer to this 3D question.
You poor puppets. You're not very good at thinking during a match, are you?
But what we can do is fill the advance gauge, and this one actually takes quite a lot of filling. Not only that, but you're quite vulnerable because Beta might bring out her fighting spirit in a minute, and Big Z is going to be no defense to any of that. I don't know if we can score, but the menu has cropped up. Yes, the goalkeeper Hotel is bringing out his fighting spirit, so we may as well do the same with Ricardo, seeing as the option is already there. But can Maestro get past anyway? The goalkeeper's not full power, so we can certainly try. Atomic Harmonic coming into play, that barely uses up any of the FSP gauge. You can use that move so much. I think we actually had a critical there as well, so that's going to go straight in. Well, fair play, we're on 1-1 as well, and we've filled the advance gauge all at once, as soon as we can reclaim possession of the ball anyway. Well, that went rather swimmingly, a little too swimmingly, if you wouldn't mind me saying. Let's use a Hyper Swiper and get this done. possession of the ball, and we'll just pretend we're still losing for the time being. I don't think we were meant to score. Oh, I think I've got it. Dance, drift and doof it up the pitch. 3Ds. Oh, I just doofed it up in the air. Huh? The other team stopped moving. So what Roma did was... Roma, try that again. Oh, no. Nice, you were this close to nailing it, Arian. Our opponent's reaction slowed down for a moment. We can do this. Is it because they weren't expecting the ball from that direction? So possibly a little clue there on how to solve the mystery. For now we need to fill the advance gauge once again. Maybe don't go to the trouble of scoring on this occasion. It shows that it's possible, and yes, it is going to help us in the long run. But for now, they're going to use their own special tactics. Tactical play AX3, which is Bermuda Triangle, as we know. That could be a problem for us. Well, it stunned us, but it hasn't allowed them to go that far up the pitch exactly. But what we haven't done is got possession of the ball. We haven't even started advancing the advance gauge yet. Can we get a start on that maybe, please? I don't think JP even has any moves for taking the ball because he's so much more focused on being a defender and a goalkeeper in this game. Combustion Catch pretty much taking the place of whatever defensive move he may have had before. Surely he could still have Flapjack defense, but that's a shooting move, so it's still not going to be of too much use to us. Beta very nearly getting to take a shot on us there, and that would have nullified our plucky little goal we got before. But no, Fractal Repeller is finally going to get us started on the advance gauge. Passing around will move it some distance. Using special moves is, of course, a great asset to getting past. We'll see how much Heartbeat... Alright, never mind. Heartbeat won't even work at all. So, test the defense command 03. That's the one. Well, we didn't get to move the advance gauge very much, exactly. I mean, if I passed the ball to Ricardo, who's already got a fighting spirit open, then, you know, fair enough, there wouldn't be a great deal they could do about it, but it almost feels a little too easy, but I think the time has come anyway. Oh, Smiley got the... Sorry, Skinny. I personally relate to this character quite a bit. Skinny has got and lost the ball, and Bigsy is going to have to stop this. It's one way to regain possession of the ball, at least. He's got Power Spike now, so of all characters, Bigsy the goalkeeper has been training and levelling up to have better moves in his arsenal. There we go, it's even better than Breathtaker and has, funnily enough, advanced the gauge a little bit. I'm being stupidly unnecessarily risky here. If they gain possession of the ball again, it's going straight in the back of the net and nobody will be able to do anything about it. But bringing Bigsy upfield just because we can. Victor, you're not going to be able to score, but I don't see a great deal else I could do with possession of the ball. We're just going to have to forfeit it while taking a shot in the process. Was that a critical as well? It didn't matter either way. No, I don't think it was a critical. I think I'm just seeing some kind of message coming up on the advance gauge. That's all it will be. But that just goes to show how strong Atomic Harmonic was in its own right. They couldn't do anything about it. Let's just run around until the gauge is full now.
The path to victory is three-dimensional. An unexpected path. Ah, so that's what you're getting at.
Took you long enough.
Everybody, try to open up the space between your opponents. Don't just use the pitch. You have to use the space in the air, too. There, now I get it. Everyone, follow my lead.
Raimon has stolen the ball with the help of some gnarly acrobatic tricks in the air. Mondo stereoscopic. Amazing. No wonder they call him the Master. The tide's turned in our favour. The match is ours to win now. Let's do it.
And we can use 3D Reflector. Finally, we have something other than Sky's the limit for dragging the ball up the pitch.
And this is all it takes to excite them. How simple things please simple minds.
And now we move into free play, but the first half is over now.
3D was a hint for a new special tactic all along.
See, you came up with the answer all by yourselves. When I saw the team, I understood straight away. The opposition was overwhelming them. They needed that little something. They needed the confidence to know that they could pull it off.
We've perfected a special tactic, but I don't think it'll be enough to win this. I need to armorfy my fighting spirit. If only I could work out how.
Oi, you pointy-head boy! If you're really stuck for an answer, just eat it!
Eat it? What, my fighting spirit?
That's right, savour the flavour. How does it taste? Sweet, bitter, or gut-wrenchingly foul?
What? Okay, the second half of the Raimon vs Protocol Omega 2.0 match is now kicking off. Surf hard, little dudes!
We don't even get to see the scenes with him and his colleague over in Okinawa anymore.
Eat my fighting spirit? What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, is your little brain chewing over one of your childish problems? Just let us win and you can sit in the quiet corner and figure it all out!
I don't like the look of that face when you're pulling it, Peter. But nevertheless, we've got our third example of the advanced gauge. If I want to make things simple, I could just armorfy Arian's fighting spirit right now, and you know, that'd probably pass the time a little quicker. Oh, never mind, it's the foul. Fair enough, so back to them it goes. I mean, what kind of biased ref is helping out Protocol Omega anyway? You clearly saw what I was doing was fine. You wouldn't think I was 2 levels higher than these guys, because they're winning all of the command duels. I mean, fair enough, Protocol Omega 2.0 did absolutely batter us on the last occasion we faced them in Chrono Stones, only a few episodes ago, and, well, we haven't exactly regained any team members since then. We've only lost team members, so it makes sense that they'd be stronger than us. But here we go anyway, we're advancing the gauge. We'll try not to use fighting spirits too much, but if we're going to pass to an offside player, that doesn't help a great deal. You'd think just running around and dribbling would move the gauge up a little more than it does, but no, it really is more about passing and interactions with special moves, like this one. We're seeing a lot of Fractal Repeller in this project, and it didn't even work that time. I do like Fractal Repeller though, like, if we're going to have the same defensive move on all of the duplies, which we're going to use time and time again, I'm at least pleased it's a move with some real personality, and I just like the look of. Heck, I even, in my first playthrough of the game, I gave it to Victor after the duplies were just no longer needed, and I'd kind of forgotten what Fractal Repeller even was. I was giving it to Victor, and I'm like, what was this move again? Either way, it looks fitting for him, so we're going to go with it. Don't know how I managed to forget something which appears so much, but yeah, it's a good move, as is Dance on Air. In fact, Dance on Air is kind of a little too good for Faye at this stage of the game. It pretty much uses all of his TP gauge all at once, and now he won't have any shooting moves left in the tank. But let's just try and pass around, not outside of the pitch, lads. Try a little harder than that.
Go on, I am going to armorfy my fighting spirit. Oh no, it failed.
There we go, I've recreated a scene from the anime episode which we weren't otherwise going to get. You better believe that happens quite often.
Dude, Ricardo, you've got a fighting spirit open. How did you lose?
Oh, but it's a foul anyway, so that's, funnily enough, going to carry the day for us. Just dribble around until the gauge is done. This is such a long gauge. One more charge should finish the job. Victor, have you figured out what he means?
That's it. I've always been thinking of my fighting spirit as something that exists outside of my body. But it should be a part of me. I have to fuse my fighting spirit's power with my own.
To protect football, I have to become one with my fighting spirit. Armourfy!
You did it! You managed to Armourfy too, Victor! And yeah, we needed that reminder. But we're going to go straight into play with it and see exactly what this thing can do. And oh boy, there was no pressure to try and regain or take a lead in the first half, because now that we've got this, we have plenty of power. I mean, Doom Sword Slash is obviously still not that strong of a move. Would be much better off with Doom Dive Drive. In fact, now that this guy's just Armourfying on the spot, he stands a reasonable chance of stopping this, but not quite enough, and in it goes.
Yes.
We did it. One step closer to victory. You've crossed the line now, vermin.
And what a pretty Armourfied fighting spirit it is as well. Like, I've never been too bothered about the designs of fighting spirits, but the Armourfied suits as they were, some of them just look fantastic. And Victor's got a cape on deck now, and the movement speed is just unprecedented. I can completely outmaneuver these guys without even engaging in a duel. And we're going to go straight for another shot. No problems whatsoever. Doom Sword Slash Part 2. Maybe this time he might be able to do something about it, but probably not. Is that going to be 3-1? Certainly is. So we're now currently 3-1 up on Protocol Omega 2.0. And yeah, again, we've got 3D Reflector now, and we've got Victor's Armourfied fighting spirit, but considering how hard we got plastered in the last battle against Protocol Omega 2.0, is this a little suspicious? Are we really that much better all of a sudden? Well, what I'm about to say may kind of give away the end of the match, but I think it's worth talking about. This match works a little differently in the game to how it does in the anime, and simply put, for gameplay reasons, it would kind of suck if all you did in the story matches was lose to Protocol Omega 2.0. There'd barely be any gameplay involved. It'd be a visual novel at that point. So yes, for gameplay purposes, you do need to win this match, and it's not all too difficult either, given the power of Victor's Armourfied fighting spirit. But even though you'll win, it's I mean, I'll let the story explain itself afterwards. But certainly, if you're watching this match in the anime, then although Raimon do take the lead thanks to 3D Reflector and the Armourfied fighting spirit, they do lose the match in the end, which makes more sense, understandably. But yeah, it would be kind of bad to just be full-on Inazuma 11-2 Firestorm and Blizzard early game again. Oh, you lost once again. That was a factor of the game which got quite a lot of complaints. I know a couple of people who aren't full hardcore Inazuma 11 fans, they were just treating it as a game. They thought too many forced losses, and fair enough, they have kicked the ball out of field, and that's how we're going to end the match. We want one more example of what 3D Reflector looks like, seeing as we've got it on deck. It consumes just as much TP as the other moves, but as you can see from the power section, considerably more powerful. But to be honest, the power is only there for winning command duels. It matters more about the positioning of where you end up in the field. And that is a good position to end up, actually. This guy Chunky is going to take a shot to close things up. I don't have the most faith in him exactly, but at least he got a bit of screen time. There we go. We've defeated Protocol Omega 2.0.
We lost? What a joyous win for us. I'm ecstatic.
Didn't even know you had lines in this game, but you've got one now. We did it! We won! Give us back Coach Evans and put history back to normal while you're at it.
Unfortunately for you, it's not that easy.
What?